Today, of course, here for our league, and on your screen is the drivers' standings then, and we've got, of course, Cheese currently going into round 15 on the top with the two Hasses hunting him down like they always have been in this championship. 2 and 3, then Whitwell into 4, Sid Boakes moved up 5, his drops Dodge down into 6th on points this weekend. Smithy 7, Heisenberg 8, Liam in 9, the two Aston Martins 8 and 9, and Blaze is 10th in the drivers' standings. Constructors then is as follows. Haas F1 team, very strong team out there with 481 points, followed by Stake in second, Scuderia Ferrari third, Aston Martin currently sat in 4, very good on points there. McLaren middle of the pack, Alpine 6, Mercedes 7, it is the V-Carbs in 8, Red Bull 9 and Williams in 10. So since last week around then here in our league, the standings have not changed. On to the main screen then, everybody. Hope you're all having a very nice evening. We are here for the round 10 and it is Monza. As you can see, gotta love it. Monza is a very nice track to commentate on. I was actually here not too long ago with my own league. Now we're here with our league with a very good showing, everybody, on the grid today. We have 18 people joining us on the track, which is very good to see. I'm just going to see. I think you can hear me all right. Yeah, you can hear me all right. They're very good to see. Right, okay. Let's get on with it here in qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. 12 minutes to go. And we've got some very nice people in the chat as well. Lando's here, Energize, Yalapoy as well. But yeah, 12 minutes to go. And at the moment, Smoking Cheese, the man that tops the championship standings, is at the top of the table with a 1 minute 19.8. He has got 1/10 between him and Liam Cookie behind. Liam has really picked up the pace these past few races. This man is all of a sudden very fast, and he's showing his face up in the top spots, the big spots then, and being able to race with the big dogs in this league. But Uncle Lando third, another driver that's very fast and fairly new as well to our league. Only been here for 4 or 5 races, and he heads into the pit lane now with an invalidated lap time, but P3 is very nice indeed for Uncle Lando. Blinding Echoes nearly going around then, round the final corner there through the Parabolica and towards the line here in Monza. That man currently P4 in the Haas, and he puts it still P4, 2.4 seconds down. It was a very bad final corner. But yeah, here we are then, everybody. Of course, Monza, round 16 in this race. And in the chat, Yol says Ash Barker, question mark. Are you asking, you wasn't expecting him to be here? Or yeah, because this guy, this man Ash Barker, P14 and starting a flying lap. Hasn't been here too long at all. Very new driver to our league, and I've seen a few jokes in the chat. People saying, I've seen a few jokes in the Discord. People saying that they don't want him to race because he's just far too good. But he's gonna try and put a good lap time on the board today and make it around the final corner. Can he put himself up there with his teammate Smoking Cheese? The two Saubers aren't up there in the standings, but they are very fast and do produce some good racing. Each week we go around. P6 for Ash Barker in the Sauber. It's a 1 minute 20.643, and he is a little bit of time off his teammate there with 1 minute 19.8. Thought he retired. He did. I think he did, but then he came back. So you know, it is what it is. I've also invested in an Ethernet cable, so hopefully my internet's a lot better. But you know, hopefully we'll see what he's like though. Ash Barker, P6 then on time. Whitwell is in 7. Chuck Norris in the Mercedes, 8th position here in qualifying. It was a very nice time to be fair for Chuck Norris. P8, it isn't bad. I'm sure he can do better though. So we'll see what he can do with the Sauber of, I think it's probably Ash, no it's not Ash, Smoking Cheese actually, ahead of him on an out lap. He's going to be getting ready to go round and start a flying lap pretty soon. We'll see what he can do. He's on provisional pole so far. He's got a 1/10 of a second breathing space between him and Liam Cookie. So he should be all good for now. Oh, fun fact for you, Jack, the Haas is not a good mix for grass. Well, I didn't know what you meant, and then I looked back to the screen and saw you wasn't in qualifying anymore, and I can understand that now. But yeah, thanks, mate. Noted. But anyway, P5 in qualifying, not too bad. I'm sure people are going to improve though in 9 minutes' time. So yeah, we'll just see how that plays out. Still a good little while to go in qualifying. But of course, here today, it is Monza for round 16 in our league. This is going to finish at about 8:45, which is 8:45. And then we're going to go to, if you're going to stay with us on this channel, I'm going to be commentating Helheim Racing, of course, at 9 PM. So it is going to be a long night of racing for me, and if you've got nothing to do, hopefully your Sunday will be a lot better with these commentaries coming for you tonight. Chazza says he wants to start further back, which is very nice, as he probably is going to get knocked back a little bit. We've got Racer Boy in P4, Uncle Lando P3, the two Williams teammates then, currently sat on the second row of the grid here in qualifying. Uncle Lando might just make that the front row of the grid as he's 3/10 faster in the middle sector. He's all of a sudden found a huge chunk of time here in qualifying. Uncle Lando in the Williams. He's going to head towards the Parabolica. His teammate's P4, he's P3, with hopes and dreams of getting on the front row of the grid. Is it fast enough for Uncle Lando? Over the line, it's not fast enough here. 0.006 of a second quicker though on the lap as a whole, with 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Uncle Lando can't improve enough this time around, fortunately, but I'm sure he can go around again and do something better with 7 minutes to go. He's got a long while. Smithy's up by nearly 0.3 of a second. Love to see it. Hoping you can race tomorrow. A bit sick right now. Well, I hope you get better soon, mate. And if it is that bad where you can't join us, just let me know and it'll be alright. But Patrick Dodge in the Mercedes with a 1:19.676. He puts it 2 tenths quicker than Smoking Cheese, the championship leader, and Dodge is on top of the timings at the moment. That is a very good time from the Mercedes. Can it be beaten is the question that needs to be asked and answered. But Smithy over the line, he's up by nearly 0.6 of a second, and that man is into P4, knocking down the two Williams boys into P5 and 6. It's getting a bit spicy here in qualifying, and to be fair, qualifying is pretty close as well. Everybody within a few tenths of each other, so up top it is looking very nice indeed. It's very close down midfield as well, actually, with everybody split by literally a few hundredths of a second. It is very nice to see, and the times are all pretty much identical. Sid Boakes in P12, 1:21.2, up by 0.4 in the middle sector. And he'll round off the Parabolica in his McLaren. His teammate down in 16 of Mario. Sid Boakes knows he can do better than that, though. He's P12 at the moment. Can he improve in qualifying? Over the line, it's P12 still with a 0.4 improvement. It's a 1:20.774 and a 1/10 off of Chuck Norris, as somebody just went up the grid. I'm not too sure who that was. Was it Heisenberg maybe? In P10, Smithy P4, Liam Cookie in 3, Smoking Cheese 2, and Patrick Dodge in the pit lane. Currently on top of the world here in qualifying. He is on provisional pole. Right, there's a few outlaps coming out on your screen then. At the moment, Shazza is still currently sat in P7 at this moment in time, and you'd think he would have fell back a bit more than that, but at the minute That has not happened, but maybe towards the end of qualifying, I think we might just see that Ash Barker's P11. We know he can do better than this. We very much do know he can do better than that. Let's see if he can. I know Sid Boats can get up there as well. That man's fast. And Jensen too. Do not count out Jensen in the Haas. And we're going to sit on board with him because he is one of the fast drivers here in our league. And he is definitely somebody worth watching here in qualifying. Here we go then into the left-right chicane in Monza. He is going to push it now into the middle sector. It's all about the fine margins in Formula One. Jensen's going to take that into account. He's going to do what he can to put himself up there on the top of the timing tables. Patrick Dodge with a 1 minute 19.676 is your fastest time this weekend so far. Jensen hasn't had the opportunity to show his true colours just as of yet, show his true pace in qualifying, and he's going to get the opportunity to do that now as he heads off towards the Parabolica and pretty much is going to round off this lap in a few moments time. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. He's got a Red Bull ahead for a bit of extra slipstream before he heads towards the line. The Red Bull out of the way. The Haas car of Jensen speeds up towards the line. It's foot to the floor and Jensen to P5. Smoking Cheese though takes provisional pole away from Patrick Dodge. He takes it by 0.3 of a second. It was a very, very nice lap. We didn't get to see it, but he is on provisional pole. That is what matters. Jensen though put it in P5 with 1 minute 20.154 with his banker lap. We'll see as he goes round again, hopefully soon. We'll see what he can do. Liam Cookie, is down on his time at the moment. He's in P3, so still not a bad time. Blinding Echo of Chazza has found himself a bit lower down the order at this moment in time. Here comes Uncle Lando, 0.006 of a second up then, heading through the first sector. His teammate, the Racer Boy, making his way through the chicane as well. He's invalidated. I'm sure the people behind him, are on a lap, so unless they're on that lap, so they don't look very fast. Oh, Smoking Cheese on provisional pole, and he is very much in the wall there. Spinning around, you can see a bit of damage as well there at the wall, but he brings himself back on very nicely as we are going to go back to Uncle Lando, who's up by 0.03 now, a 10th up in the middle sector. It is fastest in the middle sector as well for Uncle Lando in that Williams car. What can he do? Through 8th gear, 6% battery left. He's going to head through the Parabolica here in Monza. The fuel light flashing. He's going to head it towards the line in the Williams in the pit lane. Unfortunately, P6 is Uncle Lando's time as his teammate, the Racer Boy, now starts another lap and gets his invalidation taken off, and he can get going again. We'll see if he can do a better time this time around. Can he beat his teammate? Uncle Lando retires in the pit lane. That is it for his qualifying. And Smoking Cheese too. And of course Chaz is gone. And Hoodrat in 18 is gone as well. But Lando in P6, not happy with where he is in qualifying today. Lone Wolf retiring as well in qualifying, down in P17. But Smoking Cheese has retired with 0.3 a gap, 0.3 breathing space to him and Patrick Dodge. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Smoking Cheese, is he safe, is the question here in qualifying. And we will find that out, of course, in a minute. Exactly, quite literally in a minute, when the clock runs down. As everybody then heads up towards the line, we've got DT Racing down in 16 with 1 minute 21.493 in his Red Bull car. And the only Red Bull in qualifying at the moment, as we have got Lone Wolf into the pit lane. Not into the pit lane, sorry, I've got that mixed up. He is out of qualifying in the latter stages. In the chat, cracking commentary, thank you very much, mate. Your first time in chat as well. If you haven't already, drop us a follow. It's great to see you here. Thank you very much for your kind words. Patrick Dodge with 0.2 up then on that lap around. It's second place, and he can't do anything about it. It is a 10th now between him and Smoking Cheese. But once again, the Cheese is safe again here in qualifying. There's 20 seconds left, and the final few laps are going to get put in. Liam Cookie, 442, in his Aston Martin. is one lap we're going to watch. He's down by 4.7, so he won't anymore. The Racer Boy is down as well, so no good time for him. Smithy is down too. Heisenberg, though, is up by 0.2 in the first sector. Oh, his last lap around, sorry, never mind. Getting too excited about that one. I think that might be the end of qualifying, though, as Frank. No, Frank just about starts the lap now. Is he going to go around again? No, never mind. He's retired as well. Ash Barker, though, here we go. This man, we know he's faster than P12, and he's fastest in the middle sector. What has this man been hiding from us here in qualifying? The man that many people fear here in our league. He is that rapid, and he heads up round the final corner. He came out of retirement, but was it all for nothing? Towards the line, the Sauber P12. Where can he put himself? He puts it P8 then with a 3, nearly 4/10 improvement. Ash Barker, 8th position, lining up just behind Uncle Lando today. Blindy Echo as well, if you are wondering. He, of course, was down in P5, I think, and he went right down now to P10. He's going to start about midfield then with an 18 race pack. But the main story of today then is Mario is up on time. This man I don't think will be doing too much, but we'll see what he can do towards the line. He is down in P15. He's a 1 minute 21.1. Mario goes up to P15 still with a 3/10 improvement though, so you can't complain. But that is it for qualifying, everybody. Thank you very much for watching that section. It's Smoking Cheese on pole position here in qualifying. It was a very nice one to watch. 18 drivers. What more could you want? Very, very good qualifying. But we have the finishing results up next. Patrick Dodge lining up second place. And what a qualifying that was. Here we go then, finishing results. Smoking Cheese and the Sauber taking pole from Patrick Dodge in second place, lining up on the front row of the grid with him. Liam Cookie in the Aston Martin taking third place then, followed by the Racer Boy, in fourth position. The Canadian driver, then comes Smithy and Jensen, P5 and P6. Uncle Lando, 7. Ash Barker in 8, saying in the chat he's lost his edge, and unfortunately isn't where you think he would be or expect him to be. Then you've got P9, Heisenberg, and P10, Blinding Echo after retiring early in qualifying. The man himself, Sid Boakes in the chat, says we go at 59 minutes past here today. So get yourselves ready for it. I hope you guys are looking forward to it, and me myself, I cannot wait. But if you didn't know already, I am partnered now with Track Titan, and if you don't know what or who they are, Track Titan, basically, you can sign up for them. You connect your account, and pretty much it will track your laps, it will give you setups, it will give you recommendations, and it's a very good way to help you improve. So if that's something that interests you, I will definitely put in the chat a link for you in a few moments time. Basically that link will already have my code preloaded, and you'll get a 30-day free trial. This is just signing up for free, by the way, 30-day free trial, and then if you continue with the plan, you'll get 30% off your very first month. So I think for the basic plan, that is £4 for the first month, so I wouldn't say that's a bad deal. And in the chat, in a moment, I will put in that link. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, get ready for the race, and enjoy this quick 2-minute advert for the brilliant Track Titan.
Track Titan is the fastest way to become a better sim racer, with highly personalized insights assuring that you get the coaching that you need. Track Titan automatically records your driven laps and lets you pinpoint exactly where you're making mistakes, where you're losing time, and how you can fix it. When you sign up with Track Titan, you'll be able to analyze your driving, learn about tracks in the academy, and participate in driving challenges and community races.
And leaping off the line whilst Ryan needs to defend from Max 27, and Max 27's up, and Max 27's well up.
Allowing you to improve your sim racing at your own pace and in a friendly and helpful community. The Track Titan analysis doesn't just show you exactly where you're losing time, but also what faster drivers are doing differently than you. from racing lines to steering inputs. This way you're not only made aware of your mistakes, but you're also given a solution to fix them. In the Academy you can learn all about different tracks, how to properly drive them, test your knowledge, and of course beat the driving challenge. And we've also built up a wonderful community of sim racers who love to help each other out, share stories, videos and pictures, and who participate in the weekly hot lap challenges and races. With even more features coming in the future, be sure to check out Track Titan with a link in the description, or head over to tracktitan.io to sign up.
Right, everybody, we are back, and that is a quick sum up of Track Titan for you. If that is something that interests you, it will be great for you to sign up, and it will definitely benefit you in the long run. It is a brilliant software, and in the chat is the link. So if you guys want to sign up for free, 30-day free trial and a 30% off your first month, that is the link for you. But anyway, enough of that. And more of what is to come. We have got a very good race ahead of us, everybody. Put in your predictions in the chat, what you think the outcome's going to be. I really couldn't put a pin in it, to be fair. I've got no idea which way it is going to go, but either way, it is going to be a good race. Of course, 18 people joining us today. What could go wrong? Probably a lot, but you know our league boys, they all know each other. They've raced together before. There's no issue there, and always providing us a very good race. But of course tonight, the Sunday race, everybody. And if you enjoy this, they do offer on the Friday an F2 league. So if you guys are interested, I think at about the same time they do an F2 league on the Friday, which I'd love to race in if I didn't have commentary, because that sounds very fun. And you can't get better than the F2 cars. They're very unresponsive, but they're good little cars to play with. And yeah, if you're free on the Friday, I'd definitely try and get yourself into that, because it is a great little league, great little tier in the league. So definitely have a look at that. But here for the Sunday league then, which the Sunday league has never failed to be great. And it's 58 minutes past 7. And there is 1 minute to go before we get going, everybody, for the Grand Prix. Buckle up, sit back, relax, get yourselves ready for a brilliant race coming up just next. Right, I'm here for the formation lap. Let's get on with it, everybody. Right then. Here we go. Let's get into it. Formation lap begins for, I think it's a 27 lap race around here in Monza. And what a race it is going to be. If you look on the left hand side of your screen, very long tally of drivers, 18 people joining us today, 2 away from a full grid, which you can never complain about. 18 is a perfect number, brilliant number on your screen. Possible race strategies, the 1-stop and the 2-stop on the screen for you right there. But here we go, good race ahead of us. Smoking Cheese in the Sauber will get the drivers going today, and he of course does lead the World Championship, the Drivers' World Championship, and is looking like he might even just go and take it this season if he keeps on top of this kind of form. The 2 Hasses are very close behind of Jensen and Blinding Echo, and today they're both very much out of position compared to where they are on the standings. Whitwell and Chuck Norris both disqualified from this formation lap. But the drivers then are going to head down towards the end of this lap around. Whitwell and Chuck Norris are already going to be waiting for them on the track. And let's have a very nice race, shall we? I'm just going to make sure you can hear me because I can't see the sound bars moving, which is always great. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can't be heard. All good. Right then. 30 minutes into the stream. And we await the lights. We await the drivers, first of all, to line up on the grid, everybody. Sit there underneath the lights before we get going here in Monza. Who is going to be able to stand up on that very nice podium just behind all the drivers there? That is the question today, as they all get ready for 27 long laps around here in Italy, Monza. The historic track that it is. 18 drivers locked and loaded. We get ready to go. The lights come on. 2, 3, 4. It's 5 lights here in our league. Here in Monza. Round 16 gets underway. It is lights out. And away we go. Smoking Cheese. Bit of wheel spin, but it's better than the guys around him at the moment. Who can catch him down into turn 1? It's a very long run. It's 4 abreast down into the first corner. Patrick Dodge trying to get through. It's 3 abreast there going off the track. The Mercedes, of Patrick Dodge already cutting the corner. And he's down into the lead at the moment. The racer boy out of absolutely nowhere in the Williams has took the lead. Right place at the right time. And he gets ahead then here in the race. It's Smoking Cheese. Second place now. Ash Barker has already made his way up into 3rd place. This man's race pace is unmatched. He might have lost his edge in qualifying, but he's better in the race. 3rd place so far for Ash Barker. Patrick Dodge then in 4. There's a bit of contact at the back that I saw at the start of the race, actually. I saw a lot of wing flying up, and there was a lot of yellow flags there as well, so we're going to have a look at that pretty soon. But let's focus up at the front then. The battle is going to continue. It's a very, very nice start from most of the drivers up at the front here in Monza. Through the Ascari chicane we go. What a start to a brilliant Grand Prix. It's the racer boy out of absolutely nowhere. The right place at the right time. He is leading this Grand Prix, heading round the Parabolica. What a start to this race, everybody. Here comes Ash Barker on his teammate, the Sauber, chasing down Smoking Cheese. He's in 3rd at the moment, but maybe not for longer. He's going to chase down his teammate. The slipstream is in full force. He goes down the inside, and here comes the Sauber of Ash Barker. He is absolutely fighting tooth and nail with his teammate, and it works out for him this time around. He is into 2nd place, and now onto the front row of the grid. Smithy with a 3-second penalty, everybody. But what a start this is. The racer boy is driving brilliantly so far with an 8/10 gap between him and the guy behind. That is most likely because the guys behind are battling like crazy, which is affecting the gap, but this is what you like to see. Let's move back behind. Should we see if there's anything else going on? There's a lot of moves going on behind there, actually, as I think Frank just got overtaken by a Whitwell on the grid. But yeah, lap 2 of 27, everybody, and what a start so far. The racer boy with the 6/10 gap now. He's got Ash Barker in the kick Sauber. He's trying to chase down the Williams, heading through the left right-hander on this track, through the chicane and down towards the Parabolica. We've got this again between the 2 Saubers. Here comes Smoking Cheese to go back at what he got taken off him earlier on. It's down the inside line, and the Sauber is through to 2nd place. Can his teammates switch it underneath? It isn't looking like it at the moment, but Ash Barker and Smoking Cheese are giving us a very good battle so far. Patrick Dodge picks up the fastest lap heading down the main straight. It's Patrick on the backside of Ash. Ash is gaining also on his teammate. Nobody knows which way to turn as we go into turn 1. And behind that as well, Jensen is going for the move on Liam Cookie, but this time around wasn't able to make that one stick then. Heading through the first few corners, Ash Barker and Smoking Cheese still sat together. Oh, someone's gone over the back. Someone's gone around, I think. Unless he did go around, actually. I think Chuck Norris, he was going very slowly, but we did have a bit of something going on at the back there. I'm not too sure what it was. Can't really put a pin in it, but that'll most likely get answered later on today. But moves going on behind Smithy and Frank. What a move round the outside, getting through. into P10, into P9, sorry, and of course Frank has to drop down. Smoking Cheese for the lead of the Grand Prix then, up ahead. That is what we like to see from the championship leader. Here comes the racer boy then. He is not done yet with his mission. Here he comes. Will the racer boy get through? He does get through again. Here's ahead then into the Parabolica. The racer boy in the Williams is on to lead another lap on this Grand Prix. It's Smoking Cheese trying to trail in from behind Ash Barker as well. It's two abreast going down the main straight between Ash Barker and Patrick Dodge, but that is no longer, as now Ash Barker has catapulted himself down the inside. He picks off one and he picks off the other. It's Ash Barker 17 into the lead of the race. It was a double overtake. It was a brilliant move, and he is now the race leader in this race on lap 4 of 27. Whitwell with a 3-second penalty. But what battles we are witnessing from the front then today, everybody. At the moment, Ash Barker leading this race. He got through past the racer boy and Smoking Cheese, might I add. No shame at all. That man with a blinding double overtake down the inside into turn 1 in Monza. This man has got the bravery, and this is why he wins races. He wasn't as fast in qualifying, but he's still got the race experience and race pace then to win races here in our league, and here in any league on the Formula 1 game. Actually, this man is very fast. But lap 4 of 27, and we head down towards the Parabolica. Whitwell getting through past Hoodrat. Jensen also making a move up on Liam Cook, who drops back 2 positions now, and the 2 Hasses come through to make that overtake. But we head round the Parabolica, and let's just do it all again, shall we? The racer boy going down towards turn 1, hoping to be the race leader, and he's going to gain on the back side of the Sauber. We've also got 2 abreast of Smoking Cheese and Patrick Dodge 2 into turn 1. Ash Barker fends off the lead of the race. The racer boy can't make his way through. Smoking Cheese in 3rd place at the moment is still trying to hold on by a thread that he's been given. He is right there in the back side. He's also got the racer boy ahead, who is trying to hunt down Ash Barker. Smoking Cheese, his teammate. What a start to this Grand Prix, everybody. It has been good so far. I hope it can continue, because this is the kind of racing we want all race long. Let's see if we can get that. But safety car would be pretty cool as well, wouldn't it, through the race? But going off a bit wide there, Ash Barker. Around the right-hander, the racer boy taking it better. But here we go then, we're going to head down towards the Ascari chicane into the final sector here in Monza. And down the inside, the racer boy. No shame in that move, but does he get overtaken again? Yes, he does. Look at that defending from Ash Barker. He isn't going to let it go that easy, is it? But here we go, the racer boy trying to fight back on the Sauber. That isn't going to happen, because the 2 kick Saubers now getting through 3 abreast into the Parabolica. It's the Haskar ahead. The Mercedes switching back underneath. It is Ash Barker from Smoking Cheese from Jensen now into 3rd place, but can he take 2nd as well? Look at the Williams there of the racer boy trying to catch the Sauber down into turn 1. This is the battle that has been brewing up down into the lead of this Grand Prix. The racer boy somehow has just edged himself into the lead. It's Ash Barker now ahead, who is much better ahead there. There he is, Smoking Cheese 2nd place. The 2 Saubers line out the front row. It is the racer boy in P3. Jensen finds himself in P4. Now comes Blinding Echo, and poor Patrick Dodge has dropped back to P6. But what a... I'm speechless. What racing that was down into turn 1. The battling was great. It was absolutely brilliant, and that is of course what we want to see week in, week out, boys. This is good stuff. Lap 6 of 27. Keep this up is what we want to happen today. But here we go, Smoking Cheese on Ash Barker. The 2 teammates now finally get to rival it out then. Up at the front, Ash Barker is leading, trying to keep his teammates at bay. We've got the nice helicopter cam going off wide there. Smoking Cheese, he drops down a position. He drops down 2. Jensen now into 3rd place then, as we head towards the Parabolica again for the 6th time. But wow, It is the Sauber that was doing so well 1 minute. It's gone now down to P4. Jensen also with an awful corner. He went very, very wide. Blinding Echo into P4. He's got Smoking Cheese sniffing from behind. What can Smoking Cheese do? Down into turn 1. Don't forget the battle lane that's going to happen up at front as well. The Racer Boy now into the lead of the race, which is nice to see. Blinding Echo into P4. He holds the move from Smoking Cheese and he holds him back for another lap around. This is great. This is brilliant as the Racer Boy is still ahead, and you can see Ash Barker trying to hunt him down with 20 laps to go in this Italian Grand Prix. It is the Sauber doing absolutely everything he can as Uncle Lando, or it wasn't Uncle Lando, somebody, sorry, at the back, has gone around with 20 laps to go. I do apologise for not looking midfield, but I can't miss the battling that's going on here at the moment. It is something that you just can't wait for the rest of it to unfold. The racing has been brilliant. It has been absolutely brilliant. It is something that you want every week. And I hope you guys are enjoying in the chat, because here comes Ash Barker. He's done it again. He's absolutely done it again into the lead of the race. A bit wide there through the Ascari, but he's leading once again. Blinding Echo with a 3-second penalty. Here we go then, the Parabolica. We see it for a 7th time in a 27-lap Grand Prix. We've seen it again. Here we go then. We're going to brake and go right into it there. Taking all the speed you can. Everybody looking pretty much equal going through there, but here we go. That's going to absolutely change with the slipstream coming into effect then as we head down into turn 1. Let's see this from a wider angle. The Racer Boy is going to try his look around the outside. Is it going to work for him though? It'll open up the inside line for him when he goes into the left hand side, but it didn't this time around. But does he get a better exit? Maybe. No, he doesn't this time, unfortunately. But wow, look at this racing action. 8 laps in and we've still got it the same as the start. This is brilliant stuff. And the Racer Boy trying to catch Ash Barker in the Sauber ahead. The Williams driving brilliantly today, and his teammate Uncle Lando down in 16. He hasn't had a good race today. He really, really hasn't, and you'd expect more from him, but hopefully he can do a bit better. Patrick Dodge retiring in the pit lane, but your position changes are on the screen. Ash Barker is up 7, sorry, from where he started. The Racer Boy is up 2, and here we go. Is the Racer Boy going to make it one more up again? Jensen down the inside. What is Jensen going to do here? He's putting the pressure on the Williams now. Jensen into 2nd place. Jensen is now trying to chase down Ash Barker. He is in 2nd place, trying to keep the Racer Boy at bay. They are touching wheels then going into the Parabolica. Very nearly going to put one of each other in the wall there, but Jensen managed to just pull ahead and the Williams backed off. But is that going to be a good call for him now? Because with the slipstream, with the DRS in a moment, that man is going to be able to catch both DRS flaps open at the exact same time. It's level pegging down into turn 1. Here comes the Racer Boy switching back underneath, but the Haas car of Jensen holds it again into 2nd place. He is not letting that position go for the world at this moment in time, holding the Williams at bay. Good race so far as the Williams tries to catch Jensen. Jensen's all of a sudden in the mix. He's up 4 positions from where he started. It's brilliant so far from the Haas. He was out of position in this Grand Prix. Started 6th place then. He's up to P2, sorry. I've not said P2, don't know why. He's up to 2nd place in this race. And wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Today is just brilliant racing. You can probably hear in the commentary the smile on my face. It's so good going into the chicane. But in the chat, we've got Jeff. Wow, what a race. Absolutely, you know it, mate. Really, really good race so far. And thank you very much for still being here. 5 people in the stream chat today. Of course, we've got Helheim Racing after this. So if you want some more racing action to give yourself a very much exciting Sunday, I'll be here again from 9 o'clock after this race ends. But let's focus on what we've got here today. It's a brilliant race so far, and let's keep adding to that, shall we? Jensen now going down the outside line, and we've got the same move happening behind as well. That is what we like to see. 2 peas in a pod then, coming down into turn 1. Jensen for the lead in the race in the Haas car. It's a masterclass of a drive for the Haas. He is now on top of the world, leading this race. Ash Barker in 2nd place. Smoking Cheese now in 3rd. The Racer Boy dropping down to 4th. But what a race so far. Blinding Echo trying to catch him. There's 17 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It's actually getting me out of puff. That's how that's how crazy it has been so far. It really, really has. No safety cars as of yet, but is that going to happen? Not too sure. Might well do. Might well not. But we've got Energize in the chat. Jeff. We've got Jordan, Uncle Lando, Chuck Norris as well. Currently sat in there. And yeah, Uncle Lando down in P15. I know he's got the stream on. I think he's got the stream on anyway. So if you can hear me, I wish you the best of luck, mate. Hopefully you can get yourself up there, because it'd be nice to see you battling up front today. But the Williams trying to catch Smoking Cheese. Now let's keep watching the battle up front. It hasn't yet failed us. Oh, into the barrier. It's a huge crash down into the final corner. Ash Barker and the Racer Boy into the final corner, into the pit wall. That was a huge, huge crash. Lots of damage. The VSC has been deployed. Surely that's going to bring out a safety car. I think it does. That was massive. And a safety car is deployed on lap 11 of 27. Wow. And take it as a quote as well from Ash Barker in the chat saying, wow, that was a big shunt. I have not seen a shunt like that in a while. I don't know who was actually at fault there, because I wasn't expecting it to happen, so I wasn't really paying close attention to that. But wow, it was a big crash, everybody. That's all you need to know. And Ash Barker and the Racer Boy both out of this race, no matter the man at fault. And I'd argue that's going to make it a lot easier for Jensen, Smoking Cheese, Blinding Echo, the two boys at the front that were very much hogging the lead in this race, because they were just driving great. So is Jensen. It's going to really ease the pressure off the guys at front, and it could very well be a Jensen win today. It really could, if he can keep this gap. It's a VSC. It's a full safety car, sorry. So he's got to go round and catch the main safety car. But, I mean, what a race so far. What a race. By far, one of my favourite R-League races of this season that I've commentated on. It has been great to watch. Ash in the chat, P8 to P3 at the start was fun while it lasted. I can imagine. Mate, honestly, if you've got a bit of spare time once this stream ends, definitely go back and watch the first 11 laps. It was... Oh, the racing was great, thanks to you and the boys. But it was very, very good indeed. As Jensen out of the pit lane then with a fast pit stop, and he gets on the new medium compound tyres. Mario then, was at the back in qualifying in the McLaren, is now all of a sudden leading this Grand Prix. Where has this came from? Him with the medium compound tyres on, deciding not to pit as he's the first man to line up and catch up, with the safety car here in Monza. But lap 12 of 27. What a race it has been so far. Oh, I mean, it's been something else. We've lost 3 drivers as well. Patrick Dodge, the Racer Boy, and Ash Barker, all out of this Grand Prix. Under the safety car, everybody, and a few people have already caught up with it. That is, of course, is Mario that has found himself leading this race. What can this man do? Up 14 positions from where he started today in P15. I'll take that back. He wasn't at the back in qualifying. He started 15th position, but still, he is right up there then in territory where he isn't normally. But look at him, Kimi Räikkönen moment. Everybody warming up the tyres. He's just sat there. He doesn't need to do that, does he? Ahead behind the safety car. Cold moment from Mario, but here we go then. We're going to head round the final corner. I'd say probably a lap or 2 left, and the safety car will be getting in the pit lane again. Right, we're on lap 16 of 27 now. No, we're not. Lap 16. Lap 13 of 27. And we are not very long away from half race distance, about a lap. But, ladies and gentlemen then, safety car in at the end of this lap. Who's ready for it? I am absolutely ready for it. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to go back at it again. We are ready. I hope you all are at home as well. And the race is about to begin again. Let's go round into the final corner. Jensen now is the man leading. No Ash Barker, no the racer boy. And we're racing again down into turn 1. Smoking Cheese, can he catch Jensen? Or has Jensen got the start perfectly executed? I think he might have just got it perfectly executed down into turn 1. He's got no competition at the moment. Smoking Cheese second place. Behind that though, a lot of stuff going on. Has somebody gone round already? Chuck Norris round. There's a load of commotion down into turn 1 at the moment. I'm not too sure what exactly happened there, but a lot of people went around. There's a Ferrari there that's got a lot of damage as well of Whitwell. But where is Uncle Lando? P9 trying to catch, we have got him trying to catch Heisenberg at the moment, and Frank, Lando nearly hitting the backside of Heisenberg. There's Heisenberg with the penalty, Whitwell with a 10-second penalty as well. But what I wanted to say was Liam Cookie's in P4, Frank is in second place. Where has Frank came from? At the moment, second place then, with 9 positions up in this race. Smoking Cheese down to P6. Oh, and it's all working well for Jensen. All of his competition is just going down the grid. He's got nothing to worry about then as we head round the final few corners then here in Monza. It's Sib Boakes and Mario at the same side by side. Mario down the inside of Sib with an awful exit out of that corner. Behind that as well, Chuck Norris and Liam Cookie swapping positions, but Smoking Cheese is on the charge. He needs to get himself back up the order today. Whitwell with a 10-second penalty. A lot of penalties coming in. Smoking Cheese trying to get a look down the inside, but this time around has to wait back. Has to stay behind. He makes contact with the McLaren ahead there of Mario and the other McLaren of Sid Boakes. It was Smoking Cheese nearly taking 2 people out. He got wing damage at the same time. And that man's race is completely ended now. It really has, unless another safety car. But he is out of it, really. With the wing damage as well. Hoodrat retiring in the pit lane. That's another driver to lose now. As lap 15 of 27 comes about, everybody. And wow, just wow. I mean, race so far has been good. We've restarted again, and it is lap 15 of 27. We are over half race distance now today. There's Uncle Lando to P5. You see, how ironic that is, because I said to Lando, I just said I hope you're watching this, but you know, it'd be nice to see you up there battling. 2 seconds later, we get the biggest crash of the century. Safety car comes out, and look where the man is now. P5. You see, everything can just change in a split second in Formula 1, and that is exactly what has happened here with Uncle Lando. He was right down at the back, and his race has been turned around. In 5th position, Heisenberg though trying to catch him. Lando swerving to try and break the toe. Here comes the Aston Martin round the outside line. Here's through past Uncle Lando at the moment. Level pegging out of the first 2 turns, and Uncle Lando with a much better exit. The Williams is into P5, and he is ahead of Heisenberg, but how long for? Can Heisenberg try and fight back then down the inside? Not a lot of room to do that, but he's going to try and do it anyway. No, he stays back, and that is it for him. 11 laps to go of this Grand Prix. Up at the front, the battling really isn't going on anymore, as Jensen is the only one left out of the guys that were battling. Everybody else has gone down. Yeah, Jeffrey, you're absolutely right, mate. Ash and the racer boy, both of them, and of course the guys at the front were making a brilliant race. They really were. But unfortunately, all good things come to an end. We did have a good, normally battles like that last 2 or 3 laps. That lasted a good 10 or so laps. I think it was 11 laps, wasn't it? That was really, really good stuff from everybody here, and I think that is just something that the leadership, ownership guys here at our league can be very proud about for what grid they have made, because it is getting better by the week. It absolutely is. The racing today has been unmatched from any league I've seen. It has been something spectacular, to put it that way, and use a big posh word. But going off there, onto the grass goes Mario, who found himself suddenly leading this race behind the safety car earlier on, but then went into the pit lane to get new medium compound tyres on after being on the hards for a long while. But he dips his toes then onto the grass there, which he doesn't want to be doing, with 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It's gone incredibly fast, it really has, and 10 more laps to show us what you guys are made of, and to show us who deserves this win more. It's looking like Jensen is going to go ahead and take it, though. He hasn't got a penalty as of yet. The Haas car is driving great here in the in Italy, in Monza. It has not been a single mistake for the Haas, as Liam Cookie in I don't even know where he is. Where is he? Liam Cookie? P8 at the moment, with a 3-second penalty there. Oh, maybe this is the battle we're looking for, is it? Mario on the backside of Chuck. Chuck on the backside of Lando. Lando on the backside of Heisenberg. Here comes Lando for the first move of this battle. Is he going to get through? Yes, he is. Here comes Heisenberg as well. Heisenberg is there. Chuck Norris is in on the action too. Mario getting through past Heisenberg. He's just lost 4 positions down into turn 1. That is so unfortunate, as the McLaren there. Mario goes off the track. Heisenberg with a much better exit now out into P6. Here's ahead there on lap 18 of 27. Chuck Norris P5. Uncle Lando now into P4 though, and he heads that battle, which is very nice to see. Smoky Cheese, fastest lap of the race. Jensen has rear wing damage, so he's tiptoeing the corners and flying down the straights. I didn't actually know he had rear wing damage. Fair enough. I mean, he's handling it pretty well with 3.3 second gap, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well he can handle it in the remainder of this race. There is only 9 laps to go, as Jensen has around now. He's going to make it 8, and Mario with a 3-second penalty. Speaking of penalties, let's go through them, shall we? DNX Smithy with 3 seconds of penalties. Heisenberg with 3 as well. It's 3 for Bliney Echo, also known as Chazza, of course. Whitwell with 16 seconds. Liam Cookie and Mario both on 13. That is it for the penalties. Moving down onto the position changes. Chuck Norris is up 9 in this race. That is our biggest position gainer in this race so far. Frank is up 8. That is another big position gainer in today's race. We have also, who's closest? We've got DT Racing as well, up 6. A lot of people gained today. Nobody really where they started. There's not a single person where they started, actually. The whole grid has changed around a lot. But lap 19 of 27. We're going to get into the lap 20s in a few moments' time as Jensen heads into the final sector. Frank chasing down Smithy. Can Frank make the move to second place? That is the question. That will be very nice to see for the battle up at the front. The battle for second place and the battle for the highest spot on the podium here in our league at the moment, between DNX Smithy and Frank in 2 and 3. We're going to head round the Parabolica, and not only that, there's the big battle going on behind as well. Look at how close these drivers are behind. Hopefully they can gain a bit closer to each other as we head round the Parabolica. We're lap 20 of 27 now, only 7 to go. Frank down the inside of DNX Smithy. I knew it was coming, and he's gone ahead and done it now to second place. The Alpine is on the highest spot on the podium. It's a very nice move from the Alpine of Frank, and he is into second place now. Smithy dropped down to 3rd, and a 6/10th gap already to him and Frank. I think Sid just went around. No, it was Mario that went around with a 3-second penalty as well. Something went on there anyway between the 2 McLaren drivers, and they both find themselves doing not as good as they would have been. But in this race, we have had some ups and downs. Mainly, it has been completely brilliant, and Jensen has drove brilliant as well in this race. He had much competition up there today. He really did, but that all came crashing down in the matter of 12 laps, and he has found himself leading this Grand Prix. Who currently has fastest lap, and what is it? Thank you for asking. I will have a look. Smoking Cheese, 1 minute 21.525 fastest lap. So that man will be taking the fastest lap point today in the next 7 laps. If nobody can improve, it will be his here in our league, which we'll have to see if he can go ahead and do that or not. But 8 people in the stream today. It's a very nice showing. I hope you're all doing great. It's a very good showing for the Grand Prix as well. We have lost 4. Hoodrat, Ash Barker, the Racer Boy, and Patrick Dodge in this race today. It has been great with 6 laps to go before the very end, before we reach the end of this Grand Prix. And Jensen leads by, I think, about 3 seconds. Yeah, 3.7 in this race at the moment. Then followed by Frank in second. Ash Barker, I'm pretty sure that's my biggest crash I've ever had in my F1 career. Mate, honestly, it was huge. I commentate probably 6 or 7 races a week, and that was massive. It was absolutely huge. And you know, crashes like that make it pretty exciting, don't they? I know you're out of the race. I know it's not good that you retired, but it still makes it pretty exciting, doesn't it? And you can't really beat them from time to time. But I don't know if I should be saying that, but they are quite cool to have in the race to spice it up a little bit. But Heisenberg trying to chase down Liam Cookie then. The 2 Aston Martins chasing down one another. Here comes Heisenberg then on his teammate. Oh, he tactically stays behind then as we head through the parabolic. He'll get the DRS as we head down towards turn 1. Sid Folkes is currently sat there as well. And we head down into turn 1. Who will make a move? We're going to see Heisenberg past his teammate into 6. Liam Cookie down to 7 now. Here comes Sid Folkes, who has to stay back into 8 at the moment, but I'm sure next lap around, if he can keep this gap, he will breeze past into 7. Ash Barker says, I'm glad I could have been assistance to your entertainment. Well, yeah, it was a pretty hefty crash there, wasn't it? It was pretty exciting. Definitely going to go watch that back later on. But of course, I've got our league after this. It is about 8:30 at the moment. I've got to start that at 9, so this should finish pretty soon. I normally have a 10 to 15 minute break, and then we're back at it for an hour and 20 minutes. But you know, it's always fun. It's always fun on a Sunday night, and I know that some people say that it makes up their Sunday night as well. I know Nike sits there with his beers and sits there watching on the Sunday, so you know, more people like him, brilliant. But here we go then, lap 22 of 27. And only 5 laps to go before the end of this race. Jensen is leading by 4.3 today, and Frank has found himself in second place, of course. And I think there's is that a second gap? Yeah, it is a second gap between him and Smithy at the moment in this Grand Prix. Yeah, while nothing's going on. Oh, there's something going on. I'm not too sure. No, oh, battle going on here. The 2 Aston Martins. Liam Cookie going on very deep there. Here comes Sid Folkes. And we knew he could do it. Into 7th position. He has breezed past there. And 7th is all his. Mario gets through as well. His teammate. Very good overtaking from the 2 McLarens there. As Liam Cookie parts ways with his teammate. Now 2 drivers between them. And he's down in P9, going very deep into the left-hander as well, under the Lenovo signage, and he's in P9 now. Can you put tyre age up, please? Yes, absolutely. Tyre age on your screen. At the moment, Jensen in the mid. Oh, that's somebody. Oh, I caught it. Smithy into the barrier. It is wing damage for Smithy. He was driving brilliantly today. He was right the way up there on the 11-lap-old medium compound tyres. He loses his front end, and quite literally loses the front end. It is all gone. The front wing is just completely shattered, and the safety car is out again. Frank with a 10-second penalty. Oh, that's big. Frank with a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And Chuck Norris might be on for second place here. depending on who passes him in qualifying. Who passes him down the straight and doesn't decide to pit. But most people surely are going to go into the pit lane. Never mind, Mario once again decides to not make that pit stop, and he stays out again. Coming out now into second place when we start this race again. It is Smoking Cheese, P12 at the moment, Whitwell, P13, and Lone Wolf, P14. But into the pit lane goes Smoking Cheese. I'm not sure what Whitwell will do. He's on 8-lap-old mediums. He could go on to the new tyres, or he could just hold it out, but realistically, he might as well just go get the new ones on, because everyone around him is going to be a lot faster if he doesn't. He hasn't really got anything to lose. Lone Wolf then ran the final corner too through the Parabolica. Will he go into the pit lane? I'm sure he will then on their to be fair, he's 5-lap-old mediums. What's the point? Didn't actually realise that, but here we go then. Under the safety car once again, ladies and gentlemen. Jensen is your leader. Can he take the win today? That is the question. And that is the question that will get answered pretty soon. See you in a sec. Anyway, everybody, hope the stream has been all good for you today. It's been very, very enjoyable on my end. It really, really has. And, you know, something that is definitely worth watching back. Jack, has it been interesting? Mate, honestly, I know you're not here today. You have missed out on a cracking race. It has been great so far. Only a few laps to go, but mate, honest to God, it has been an absolutely cracking race today. The racing at the start, I've got to say, first, oh my, don't tell me that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's been good though. The first 10 laps was like full force battling with. There must have been 5 or 6 drivers at the front battling ahead, and then it was Ash Barker and the Racer Boy with a huge crash into the pit wall, and then the safety car came out, and this is the second safety car of this race with only 2 laps to go in this race. Hell yeah, I'm going to have to watch it back then, absolutely, and it will be uploaded to the Twitch and the YouTube soon. Here we go then. Safety car in at the end of this lap, everybody, and this is it now. This is the final showdown here today. When we get racing again, it's going to be the penultimate lap of the race, so it's going to be only a few laps left before we end. Hoodrat, Ash Barker, the Racer Boy, and Patrick Dodge, not here with us today, all gone and retired. Blaze Snips, of course, is a man that isn't actually here with us today, hasn't joined, unfortunately, hasn't been able to be here, but we are watching Jensen up in the front. In the Haas car, he's had a brilliant race, he really has. We didn't expect him to be where he is today, and most drivers now on the softs, so everyone's going to get a good start today. As here we go, for the final time today, let's get racing once again. Jensen goes now, Frank tries to chase him down. Will he get a good opportunity for an overtake? Isn't looking like it. Down into turn 1 though, behind Chuck Norris is on for second place. Everybody around him with big penalties, and he's sat there with nothing. Chuck Norris has drove a brilliant race, and he very much deserves everything coming for him today. It's the penultimate lap of the race, everybody. 9 people in the stream chat. Hope you're all having a very, very nice evening. Hope you've enjoyed so far, and let's see what the outcome of today is. Jensen in the Haas on the penultimate lap. He has put the effort in, he has put the work in, and it might all just come down to him winning this race. Let's see. which way it'll fall. Jensen in the Haas, leading this race. He's got Frank chasing him down. Only a lap to go after this. One into the barrier behind. Uncle Lando has spun around, and that is his wheel off with the Williams. Is into the barrier and down now out of this Grand Prix. That is it for Uncle Lando on the penultimate lap of the race. But his business partner, co-owner of the league he owns, Chuck Norris, is going to try and do everybody proud in P3 at the moment. He has done so well today, on for second place if you can keep a 10-second gap between him and Frank up at the front. Frank with the fastest lap of the race. It's the final lap of the Grand Prix, and Jensen is looking like he might take the win with the DRS now enabled for the one final lap that we have here in Monza. Jensen ahead from Frank, from Chuck Norris, from Smithy then in 4, Heisenberg 5, behind that comes Blinding Echo, Smoking Cheese, Sid, Boke, Slim, Cookie, Mario, DT Racing, Whitwell and Lone Wolf at the very back. That is who we are left with in today's race, everybody. The final lap of the race has finally came about. And Jensen in the lead. He's got a 4/10 gap between him and Frank, and I wouldn't count him as definitely in for the win at the moment. It's Smoking Cheese retiring at the back as well. What is going on now? Everybody retiring before the very end. It's all crashing now for many people. But on the final lap of today's race, the last man standing up at the front. He hasn't dropped down once. He came all the way from the back, all the way up to the front. He has drove brilliantly today. Nobody could tell him differently, and he heads towards the line. He's going to keep Frank at bay. Will head towards that line, and he crosses it as a race winner here in Monza. Chuck Norris takes second place. What a race for the Mercedes. It's Smithy taking third, then Heisenberg will take fourth position. Blinding Echo will come across the line and take 5. DT Racing 6, Frank 7, Sid Boats 8. I couldn't get to the end, but Chuck Norris with his best race of the season, second place. It was a brilliant race from Chuck, but Jensen takes the race win. Mario with the in-game fastest lap of the race, in-game driver of the day, sorry. But here we go then. Your podium celebrations, wow. And is it for Jensen, standing proud on the podium today, winning it for the Haas team. The podium celebrations come out. Chuck Norris then is your race second place finisher. Very good race from the Williams. Very good race on the Mercedes. Very good race from the Haas and the Ferrari today, as that is your top 3. Here we go then, finishing results on your screen, everybody. When it finally decides to come up for me. Jeffrey says, great to watch and brilliant commentary, really enjoyed that. I really appreciate it, mate. But all the credit definitely goes to the R-League boys, because my commentary is only good when the racing is good. So very well done to the R-League boys today. It has been great. And if you want some more racing action, Jeffrey or anybody in the chat, you can join me again in 15 minutes time for Hellheim Racing. I don't know why it's not done the finisher results, so I'll leave you with the Track Titan adverts to really think about signing up, everybody, because it is a brilliant software and will help you improve. I'll re-enter the code, the link in the chat in a moment, but thank you for joining me for this Our League race. Hope you've enjoyed it, and if you're going to join me again, I'll see you in 15 minutes time, everybody. Have a very nice night and good night.
Track Titan is the fastest way to become a better sim racer, with highly personalized insights assuring that you get the coaching that you need. Track Titan automatically records your driven laps and lets you pinpoint exactly where you're making mistakes, where you're losing time, and how you can fix it. When you sign up with Track Titan, you'll be able to analyze your driving, learn about tracks in the academy, and participate in driving challenges and community races.
And leaping off the line whilst Ryan needs to defend from Max 27, and Max 27's up, and Max 27's well up.
Allowing you to improve your sim racing at your own pace and in a friendly and helpful community. The Track Titan analysis doesn't just show you exactly where you're losing time, but also what faster drivers are doing differently than you, from racing lines to steering inputs. This way you're not only made aware of your mistakes, but you're also given a solution to fix them. In the Academy you can learn all about different tracks, how to properly drive them, test your knowledge, and of course beat the driving challenge. And we've also built up a wonderful community of sim racers who love to help each other out, share stories, videos and pictures, and who participate in the weekly hot lap challenges and races. With even more features coming in the future, be sure to check out Track Titan with a link in the description, or head over to tracktitan.io to sign up.